2-run scores. The ball gets away from Clase, and coming in is Shotwell. He scores, and the Angels have a walk-off win tonight here at the Big A.
Angels Baseball is brought to you by Foundation Building Materials, Memorial Care, Coca-Cola, and Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Angels Baseball is on the air tonight from Angel Stadium in Anaheim. The Angels get ready to host the Texas Rangers. Hi, everybody. Terry Smith along with Mark Langston. Our producer-engineer on this Wednesday is Jorge Sevilla. And as always, we welcome you.
Like an Academy Award came to life. How long do you think that took to get ready?
You know, it's really not fun facing a guy with that kind of stuff, I'll just tell you that.
Presented without comment.
It's a raft, it's got an outboard motor, it's got a little barbecue, and it's got a hot tub.
Look at that.
I mean, come on.
American ingenuity.
That is living. What else?
Out there, but Easton and Easton will fight for you. Their family of personal injury attorneys know how to maximize your recovery and get you the best results possible, because results matter. Whenever an accident occurs, Easton and Easton has you covered. Calling them is key for success to ensure you get the highest compensation for your injuries. Go to EastonLawOffices.com. Easton and Easton, let their family help yours.
Angels fans, are you daydreaming of tropical beaches and world-class spas, culinary adventures, and cultural treasures? Then fly our 5-star airline partner, EVA Air, from Los Angeles to Taipei. Connect from there to most of the rest of Asia with just one stop. EVA is a Star Alliance member with flatbed seats in business, extra comforts in every cabin, and extraordinary service on board Boeing 777s. Whether you're traveling for business or fun, book an unforgettable trip to Asia at www.evaair.com.
How about we get some pizza?
Nah.
Sushi?
No.
I thought you didn't care.
I don't.
Slow cooked.
Tender.
Juicy.
How did they get in our car?
I don't know, but we're going to Del.
Del Taco's new slow-cooked pork carnitas. Authentic spices and salsa roja give it a rich, deep, melt-in-your-mouth flavor. Pork carnitas are here for a limited time, so get some tender, juicy Del Taco today.
Sunny afternoons and baseball? That's a perfect match, just like Kettle One and cocktails. Kick back, soak up the action, and sip on an ice-cold Kettle One vodka cocktail. Kettle One, made to cocktail, and proud partner of Angels Baseball. Mark Langston here, and it's time for tonight's starting lineups of the final game of this 3-game series against the Texas Rangers. The starting lineups are brought to you by Prize Picks. Rangers starting lineup is announced by their manager, Bruce Bochy. Looks like this. Leading off, first baseman Josh Smith. Batting second, their shortstop, Corey Seager. Hitting third, second baseman Marcus Semien. In the cleanup spot in right field, Adolis Garcia. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. Hitting sixth, designated hitter tonight, Kyle Higashioka. Batting seventh in center field, Evan Carter. Hitting eighth, third baseman Josh Young. And batting ninth behind the plate, Jonah Heim. On the mound for the Rangers, 8-3 record, 1.50 ERA is right-hander Nathan Eovaldi. Angels lineup tonight looks like this. Leading off, the shortstop, Zach Neto. Batting second, designated hitter Mike Trout. Hitting third over at first base, Nolan Shotwell. In the cleanup spot in left field, Taylor Ward. Batting fifth, center fielder Joe Adell. Hitting sixth over at third base, Yohan Moncada. Batting seventh behind the plate tonight, Logan O'Hoppe. Hitting eighth, second baseman Luis Rengifo, and batting ninth in right field, Gustavo Campero. On the mound for the Halos, 7-7 record, 3.79 ERA, right-hander Jose Soriano. As we get closer to the first pitch and all the action here tonight at the Big A, here's my partner, Terry Smith.
Well, thank you so very much, Mark Langston. As we get set for Angels baseball, Jose Soriano has just wrapped up his warm-up tosses. Let's run down the umpires tonight. Calling balls and strikes will be Jacob Metz. He is a minor league call-up umpire. We really don't have a book on him as far as calling balls and strikes, and the young umpire will be in that role here tonight. The first base umpire, Gabe Morales, second base umpire, Junior Valentine, and at third base is Marvin Hudson. He is the crew chief. We are just about ready for baseball. Angels, the white tops and bottoms, red numerals and lettering. First pitch tonight from Soriano. That one's a little bit low. On the leadoff batter, Josh Smith. Texas going with the blue tops and the gray pants. And here's the next delivery, and that one is low. And so the count's 2 balls and no strikes. You can hear the fans in the right field bleacher area at the Big A, the right field revolution. And here's the pitch. And that one is a little bit low. Kind of reminds you a little bit when you're at Yankee Stadium.
They are doing the call, the roll call right now.
Yeah. 3-0 is the count on Josh Smith, and here's the pitch. That is low, and Soriano, who came into the ballgame second in the American League in walks, he walks the first batter he faces tonight on 4 pitches, so he's off to a little bit of a slow start. Time and temperature tonight, it's presented by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it should be, 78 degrees at game time, and the first pitch was right on time at 6:38. Here's Corey Seager. He had the night off last night. Takes that pitch, and that's in there for a called strike, and the count's 0-1.
I liked it. Changed the grip, went to a curveball. All 4 fastballs missed to Josh Smith.
And ready is Soriano, the pitch. That's in there again, and that's a called strike. In the sinker at 97 miles per hour.
That is pretty cool out there in right field.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Different atmosphere here to start off this ball game. And the next delivery, and that's a chase and a miss, and Seager goes down on 3 pitches. So kind of an odd start for Soriano. Walked the first batter on 4 straight pitches, strikes out the next batter on 3 straight strikes, and now Marcus Semien will be the next hitter.
First strikeout by an Angels pitcher is presented by Circle K.
Jose Soriano, with the fans chanting his name, delivers, and the pitch. That's right in there for a called strike. There's about 700 of those fans out there in the bleacher section at the Big A and right out to right center. Next one on Semien, and that's a pitch right there that's in there, and the count jumps to 0-2. Marcus Semien 3 for 8 in the series. He's hitting .226.
Yeah, having a tough month of July. 191 here in the month of July. But he's got 5 home runs and 15 RBIs.
Here's the next delivery, and he swings and fouls that one back. Both these clubs making some roster moves since Game 2 of this series. For Texas, they placed reliever Jacob Webb on the injured list, and they've called up reliever Luis Curvelo. Comes up from AAA Round Rock. Soriano's 0-2. This is lifted in the air to center field. Routine play for Joe Adell. He makes the catch on that one, and that'll be the second out. Never knew that 700 fans could make this much noise here at the Big A.
It feels like a postseason game, that energy out there.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can keep it up for 9 innings.
We'll see. So here is Adolis Garcia at the plate. And Soriano's delivery, and that's a wave and a miss. That was a good sinker. Angels today made a trade with the Washington Nationals. The Angels got 2 veteran relievers today. Left-hander Andrew Chafin, he's not here yet. But the other pitcher that was with the Nationals, the Angel got, Luis Garcia, he is here, and he has been added to the Angels roster. Angels, it looked like we're going to play with 25 players tonight, but Garcia got here, and he's available to pitch out of the Angel bullpen. And for Luis Garcia, this is his 3rd different tour of duty with the Angels. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled back. And the irony of the whole tours of duty, the Angels traded him at the trading deadline last year to Boston.
Right. Got
3 minor league players in that deal, and one of the players the Angels got is in the bullpen with Luis Garcia, and that's Ryan Zefferjohn. There's a toss over to first base, and back to the bag goes Josh Smith.
Yeah, I like the move. It's definitely, anytime you can get some veteran guys out in your bullpen, that helps. They've been through the wars.
Angels traded Jake Eder, who we saw a little bit this season, lefty pitcher, and also minor league first baseman Sam Brown to the Nationals in that deal. It's a 2-for-2 deal.
Yeah, with everybody in right field, believe it or not, that will lift the energy of players. It really does.
Yeah.
It matters.
So before the national anthem, Zach Neto is tipping his cap to those fans out there in right field. There's a chase and a miss, and down on strikes on a knuckle curve goes Garcia, and a pair of strikeouts. The inning is over. The top of the first inning, presented tonight by your SoCal.
And you're just too stylish to have superstitions.
Zero. I can't do it. Too many collared cleats, too many gloves, too many webbing gloves, too many bats.
I do put on my right glove first, then the left, then the thumb guard, then I put on my leg guard, my elbow guard.
Anything you put on first?
Nah, not really.
Nothing?
Nah. I like to say I'm not superstitious, but a little stitious.
The Chill Way, with a chance to win autographed gear and tickets to an upcoming game. To enter, visit CoorsLight.com/Angels. Coors Light, choose chill.
No purchase necessary. Ends 8/1/25. Eligible zip codes in California, Nevada, Hawaii only. 21 plus. Void where prohibited. Rules, prices, and details. CoorsLight.com/Angels. Alcohol not included. Winners of tickets are responsible for travel, accommodations, and expenses. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Pitch and grounds a ball right to the third baseman. Throw a little bit low by Young, but dug out by Smith, the first baseman. And Zach Neto retired on one pitch. The batter will be Mike Trout. We've talked already about the Angel fans out there in right field, and probably the best way to describe the look out there, and there's about 700 of them, maybe more. It's like they're wearing white choir gowns or white cloaks, if you will. And it's quite a scene out there in right center field. Here's the pitch. And that's a pitch on the outside corner to Trout. They're calling it Angels in the outfield out there. And they are all attired in white, those gowns they're wearing.
And a lot of them have wearing a little mock halo over their head.
Yep. There's a pitch that is a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Mike Trout. 1 for 6 in this series. Trout's hitting .235, just 5 hits his last 34 times up. Here's the next pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. 1-2.
Yeah, you have got to be ready to swing. Nathan Eovaldi is a strike-throwing machine. 1.6 walks per 9. On the road this year, 6-3 record, a 1.26 ERA. That is the best in the majors.
Here's the next delivery. That one misses low. Angels will have the day off tomorrow. They're wrapping up a stretch of 13 building materials, the official jersey partner of Angels baseball, in this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of Angels Baseball, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball. Here's the next pitch, and that is a little bit low.
That is a strike. Mike Trout.
Got the minor league call-up umpire calling balls and strikes. Jacob Metz. Eovaldi was just shaking his head no out there after that last pitch was called a ball. Here's the 3-2. Trout chases it, fouls it off on the right side. Yet another at-bat for Trout with a 3-ball count. It seems like almost every time he steps up, he's getting in these situations.
Yeah, the month of July, you look at Trout's numbers, 247 overall, but a 405 on base percentage. 22 walks here in the month of July.
Tied for 5th in the AL in walks, and there's a 3-2 delivery, and that is a splitter, and Trout goes down swinging, struck him out.
That is he's a 4-pitch mix guy out there. Split is number 1. He throws it 30% of the time. 4-seamer, curveball, and a cutter. And that split, teams are hitting just 172 against that.
There's the pitch on its way, and at the plate is Shotwell, who's gotten into the top 10 in the American League now in on-base percentage. One of the reasons he walks a lot, very disciplined hitter at the plate. 277 average for the season. 1-0 the count on Shotwell with 2 outs, no one on, and he swings at the next one, lifts it in the air, foul down the left side. Gave it a good ride, but it's foul down in that left field corner area, and the count's 1-1.
Nolan Shotwell, 3 for 3 in his career against Nathan Eovaldi.
Eovaldi, 35 years old, 6'2", 217-pounder. There's the 1-1 pitch and a little bouncer foul over on the right side. There were some other moves around Major League Baseball, and a couple of teams in the National League East were active today. They're kind of butting heads in the standings, talking about the Mets and the Phillies, and they're just separated by a half game. Mets lead the NL East, but both of them acquired closers today. Phillies got Yohan Duran from Minnesota, who's having a very good year. His ERA is right around 2 even. Here's the pitch, and that's outside. Philadelphia gave up their top pitching prospect, Mick Abel, and also their top catching prospect, Eduardo Tate. The Mets today also, I mentioned, acquiring a closer, and they ended up getting Ryan Helsley from the St. Louis Cardinals. Here's one popped in the air, foul over on the left side. Chasing is Young. He has a play, and he'll make the catch in foul territory, and that is how the inning will end. Angels have a quiet bottom of the first.
I remember the first series I had, the first home run I hit was a grand slam against Seattle, which was the team that I had played for the year before. As we know, Cleveland can get a little cold, so we'll wear the dark blue long sleeves. And for some reason, this jersey, I always liked my jersey a little longer. The reasons for it, for a little padding, so when I would slide, I wouldn't get all patched up and roughed up.
Experience the rivalry. Visit angels.com/tickets today.
Top of the second we go here at the Big A with no score. First batter is Wyatt Langford, and the first pitch, he chops a ball on a high hop near the second base bag. Rengifo fields and throws and just gets him. One pitch and one gone on that 4-3 ground out. And Kyle Higashioka had a big night last night with a pair of homers. He'll be the next batter. Higashioka was hot last night. He's had a nice month of July. He's had hits in 10 of his last 11 games coming into tonight. He's DHing. He's one of their catchers. And the first pitch in there for a called strike.
Yeah, you look at the last 11 games, 450.
Here's the next pitch. And that's a pitch that missed low. I was talking last half inning about the Mets and Phillies each acquiring closers today. And then the Mets also got another veteran reliever in a deal with the Giants today. Here's a high fly ball. It's hit well out into right center field. It's out by the wall, and that ball is going to bang off the wall. Higashioka is easily going to get the third. That ball caromed along the wall and eventually rolled on out to center field, the center field wall. And that is a one-out triple by Higashioka. He doesn't get many of them. That's his first one this season. And he's at third base.
And the Rangers immediately, they had their hand up saying, hey, wait, we want to take a look at this. And this does not get out. Campero just misses this. This one hits right off the top of the wall.
Where he was jumping trying to catch it, he just never got to the point where the ball landed and hit the wall. And here's the pitch. That's fouled back behind the plate.
Angels play the infield in. Anybody with some speed might have had an inside the Parker on that one. That one shot by Joe Adell, and Kyle Higashioka not blessed with the best of speed.
Here's the next pitch, and that one is low and in. Mentioned a rare triple for him, and I guess it would have been even a rarer inside the park home run.
If he would have got, yes. That's how far away it kicked from Joe Adell, though.
Here's the next pitch, and that's low and inside. Evan Carter, the batter, 2 balls and a strike. He's gone 1 for 5 in the series, hitting .245. Angels have the infield in with the lefty batter at the plate. Rangers threatening here in the second, and the pitch. That's low. 3-1 is the count.
And not the worst thing if he ends up walking. Do not give in here.
Here's the next delivery. It's a ball chopped. Rengifo fields it, looks the runner back to third and throws to first and easily gets Evan Carter. So with that infield in, no chance for Higashioka to break for the plate, the runner at third, and he has fair speed at best. That's the second out, and Josh Young will be the batter.
Yeah, this is another high chopper. A guy with some speed would have challenged that one there, but that is why you pull that infield in. You hope it's hit right at somebody, and it was. Certainly Soriano very capable of getting that ball on the ground.
First one on Young, that's in there for a strike. He has an 8-game hitting streak coming in. He's had 1 hit in each of the first 2 games of this series. Been swinging a hot bat since rejoining the Rangers after his stint in the minors, and he chases and misses that one, so Soriano has him right where he wants him. No balls and 2 strikes. Ready is Soriano. And the next pitch. That's a little bit low and got away momentarily from O'Hoppe, but he retrieves it inside the batter's circle. This top of the second inning, it's presented tonight by Hyatt Vacation Club. Enjoy a 4-day, 3-night resort getaway from 6 beautiful locations. Call 866-440-8783 to learn more.
Yeah, really nice job by O'Hoppe. This curveball is buried probably 3 feet in front of home plate.
1-2 is the count. The next delivery, and a little chopper fouled off over on the third base side near the Angels dugout. We get to the bottom of the second, scoreless at the moment. Ward, Adell, and Moncada against Eovaldi. Counts 1-2, and the pitch. And that is a pitch right there that's going to get him. They're saying it's a foul tip, and it's held by O'Hoppe. Young was walking to first base. I don't know if he felt he was hit by a pitch or what.
He's staying at first base. The Rangers are looking at this. He thought he got hit on the back elbow. Kent.
I don't think it hit any elbow.
He was claiming he got hit on the elbow there. I didn't see it hit the bat either.
And we're just
it's going to be a strikeout, I guess.
Yeah, that's the way the umpire called it, the young minor league call-up umpire. And
like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
including DirecTV, Spectrum, Uverse, Fubo, and more. Visit angels.com/broadcast to learn more.
As we start things off here in the bottom of the second, Taylor Ward, and he was taking the first pitch for ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the second, it's being brought to you tonight by Coors Light. Coors Light, choose chill. Ward's gone 1 for 9 in the series. The one hit a homer. And he takes ball 2. The count's 2 balls, no strikes. Let's pause for station identification on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
AM 830, KLAA, Orange County, Los Angeles, and Inland Empire.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ward a swing and a miss. And it's now a 2-1 count. Terry Smith along with Mark Langston. Our producer-engineer is Jorge Sevilla. Right-hander against right-hander. Next one on Ward. He's taking, and that pitch that misses for ball 3. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. Three-1 delivery on Ward. He takes another one that's in there. Now it's a full count, 3-2. Around the infield for the Rangers, Josh Smith at first, Marcus Semien at second. Josh Young is the third baseman. Corey Seager is the shortstop. Langford in left, Carter in center. Garcia in right, Heim catching. Higashioka the DH, and the next pitch fouled back. That 3-2 delivery, and the count is holding there.
Hey, look at Evaldi's four-seam fastball, and he throws a four-seam fastball. That is it. He has a sinker, but he rarely uses it. Fastball averages 93-96. He's topped out this year at 98.
Next delivery, this is lined into right center. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Cutting the ball off is Garcia. Ward will make a turn and stay at first base. He's on with a leadoff single. Angels' first hit of the night, and Joe Adell will be the next batter.
First hit of the game is presented by 714 Tickets. Buy, sell, and enjoy the best seats. Download the app or visit 714tickets.com. That is a really nice at-bat by Taylor Ward. This is a split, and if you're out in front of it, you're going to beat it on the ground. It stays with it. It's it out to right.
Here's Adell. Gone 3 for 7 so far in the series with a run batted in. The pitch, and he hits one on a hop to short. Could be 2. Second for 1. Relay to first base, and that is a double play. So the first 2 outs in the inning. No one on base now, and Yohan Moncada will be the next batter.
Yeah, that left the bat, I thought it had a chance to get up the middle, and it just was jammed, and that's where it just lost a lot of speed. Quickly hits the ground, and Seager all over that one. That is the 11th double play turned behind Nathan Eovaldi. His ground ball rate is 52%, so both these guys are going to get a lot of outs on the ground.
Here's the pitch on Moncada. And the first one in there, he was taking it for strike 1.
Moncada 1 for 3 in his career against Eovaldi with a home run.
Had a pinch hit that drove in some runs for the Angels last night. Next pitch, that's low in the dirt. It goes back to the backstop. No one on base. 1-1 is the count. Eovaldi signed with the Texas Rangers, a 3-year deal. There's one that's hit right back to him. He stops it and throws the first, and that is how the inning will end on the comebacker. That'll do it for the Angels here in the bottom.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Courtesy of FanDuel Sports Network. Visit angels.com/promotions for more.
So we go to inning number 3, no score. Jonah Heim will be the first batter here for the Rangers. And here comes the pitch. I went on the switch hitter. It's right in there for a called strike. Heim is their 9-hole hitter tonight. 222 average, 1 for 7 in the series with a run batted in. And here's the next one. Looks it over and missed outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. No runs for the 2 clubs, each team with a hit so far. And the pitch, that's inside. 2 balls and 1 strike, top of the 3rd inning. It's presented by Modelo, brewed with the finest ingredients for a taste that's pure gold. And the next delivery, chopped on a hop right to second. Rengifo has it. He will throw out Heim. Easy play, 1 gone, and the top of the batting order, Josh Smith, will be stepping up. This date in Angels history being brought to you by Sports Illustrated Tickets. 50 million sports, concert, and theater tickets. Same seats, better prices. Visit SITickets.com today. We'll get to this date in Angels history in just a moment. Here's the pitch. That's taken low and away for ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Good fastball there at 99, just missing that outside corner.
Here's Soriano's next delivery. That one is in there at 98, a sinker. 1-1 is the count. Josh Smith started off this ball game with a walk on 4 pitches. And next delivery to him. This is bounced near the mound. Stopped by Soriano. Has to hurry the throw. Gets it there in time. That was a close play over there at first base. Out number 2, Corey Seager will be the next batter. Well, it was on this date in Angels history, July the 30th, 2012, 13 years ago today, Kendrys Morales became just the 3rd player in Major League history to homer from both sides of the plate in the same inning. When he did it in the 6th inning in a ball game for the Angels, he had a 2-run homer and also a grand slam in the same inning, and batted once left-handed and once right-handed in the same inning. Here's the pitch. That's right in there for a called strike.
I still remember, I don't know if it was a walk-off grand slam, but it was a walk-off home run where he jumped onto home plate and shattered his ankle.
That's exactly right. The pitch, that's fouled off on the left side out of play. Morales missed considerable time as a result of that injury. I don't know if he was ever quite the same player after that.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. Pitch to Seager now. That's going to even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the next one, and a swing and a miss, and that is a quick, clean inning. And that's another strikeout for Soriano. He's faced 11 batters. He struck out 4 of them. We get ready to go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still scoreless on Angels Radio. Also available free on the Angels Radio app.
It's time for the 4th bobblehead of the year. Come be one of the first 25,000.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's Prontar.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound, hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
And here's the pitch. And the first one takes it for ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 3rd inning, no score. It's being presented by OG's Pizza.
Strike thrower, that is always first and foremost, and he can spot his fastball anywhere he wants. But he keeps the ball down, and that's what is really difficult for hitters to lay off that split.
There's a pitch check swing, and they say Hoppy was holding 2-1.
Yeah, you look for that split up, the one that comes up. That's the one you can hit hard, but that one that starts right about your knee height, you are in big trouble if you go after that one.
Here's the next delivery. That's a swing and a miss, 2-2. Eovaldi is in a stretch now over 5 starts, and it includes the limited innings so far tonight. He's given up 1 earned run in his last 25 2/3 innings. That's how well this guy is pitching right now. And there's one that's outside. It's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it looks like Jacob Metz, the home plate umpire, not a fan of the high pitch. That's another one that looks like it might catch the upper quadrant.
Here's the delivery, and that one's going to miss outside. And the Angels get their second base runner of the night. First walk given up by Eovaldi. He's also had 1 strikeout, and the next batter will be Luis Rengifo.
Angels' first walk is presented by Johnny Walker. Keep walking.
Here's the delivery. That one is low. Mark was talking earlier tonight about the pitches that Eovaldi will use, and one pitch that has been working for him this season. Well, there have been a lot of them that have been working, but one that he's had some success with is the curveball, and I don't even know that that's one of his top couple of pitches. There's one that's lined out of the reach of Seager. It's going to roll into left center. And Rengifo has a hit. That's his 3rd one in this series. Angels have runners at first and second, no outs. Campero will be the batter. We'll see if he might be bunting in this situation.
Yeah, you look at Eovaldi's pitches. It's a 4-pitch mix that he uses, and it is bunched together. 30% split, 28% four-seamer, 21% on that curveball, and 21% on the cutter. So he uses all of his pitches and has the ability to throw strikes with everything.
There's Campero. He was around a bunt and takes that pitch inside for a ball. Opponents came into the night hitting just 102 against his curveball this year. He had faced 59 batters and only 6 hits on that curveball. Here's a popped-up bunt that's caught by the third baseman who was breaking in young. He was playing in to begin with, and that was not a good bunt there by Campero, so he's retired. The Angel runners got back to their respective bases, and now Zach Neto will be the next hitter.
Yeah, that bat head drops, and when it drops, you are in trouble. This is a good pitch. This ball's down, and that's the one where that bat head, if you have to go down on that bunt with your legs and keep that bat head up, if the bat head drops and your legs don't, that's where that ball gets popped up.
Neto, the batter, he grounded out to third his first time up. Here's the pitch. He's taking, and that's a little bit low. Zach Neto, part of the power of the lineup, presented by Just Ingredients, real food, better health. This is the Angels' final game here in the month of July. Neto's had 3 home runs this month. Here's the pitch, and that's a liner, base hit into left field. Going into third base and being held there will be Al Hoppe. Angels have runners everywhere. They're loaded with 1 out for Mike Trout.
Everybody's got to freeze on this one just to make sure it clears the infield, and then once it does, you're only able to move up 90 feet. And Mike Trout has a golden opportunity to get the Halos out there in right field, and they are flapping their arms hoping for something right here. Mike Maddox out there. Fans, book your escape to Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. See Dustin Lynch, Public Enemy, Kool and the Gang, Daryl Hall, and more. Visit FantasySpringsResort.com for tickets and details.
Trout will be the batter. He struck out his first time up. Well, you'd like to see Trout come through in this situation. Fly ball deep enough to the outfield, gets in a run.
Yeah, this is where the ball's got to get put in play for Trout. We'll take a walk here, too. Obviously, Trout, very patient. Had an 8-pitch at-bat, his first at-bat. And he ended up getting him on a really good split.
So Trout is in the batter's box. Runners everywhere. And the first one on Trout That pitch is right in there for a called strike. Mike Trout in his career against Eovaldi, 7 for 28 with 8 strikeouts. Here's the pitch, and that one missed. 1 ball, 1 strike on Trout. Shotwell waiting on deck. Angels trying to dent the scoreboard first in this ball game. Here's the next pitch. That's fouled back behind the plate.
There's that good split again. That starts right at his knees. Bottom falls out. Trout is one of the best low ball hitters in baseball, and he still can't get to that one.
All those Angel fans out there in the bleacher section in right center on their feet. One and 2 on Trout. Next pitch. That's a little bit high. Fastball missed. 2 and 2.
I'll try to get Trout to chase a fastball up in the zone. Fastball there at 95.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Trout. Baldy will step off the pitching rubber now. Time called.
Yeah, you only get so many looks at a guy like Nathan Eovaldi. Angels have a golden opportunity here.
They have him in trouble. Can they catch in the pitch? And Trout swings and misses. Struck him out. And it was that curveball. We were just talking about that a few pitches ago. Trout a strikeout victim on it. Now 2 are gone in the inning. Angels need a 2-out hit from Shotwell.
And he set that one up so perfectly with the splits and fastball. Certainly elevated the fastball. And this last curveball is a dandy.
Here's Shotwell digging in, goes after the first pitch, fouls it off on the left side, backing out of play. Nathan Eovaldi, we talked a little bit about it on our countdown to first pitch. He's trying to pick up his 100th career victory. 99 and 84 is record coming into this game. This is his 312th appearance and his 293rd start. Ball was chopped foul on the first base side, and Shotwell is now down 0 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, with runners in scoring position, Nathan Eovaldi, teams are hitting just 145 against him, 4th best in the majors.
Rangers left a runner on at third in the top of the inning. The Angels have him at first, second, and third here in the bottom of the inning. 2-strike pitch. This is lifted in the air into right field, out by Garcia, who makes the catch a few feet from the rim of the track out there. And it got twisted up a little bit, but had time to recover, and the inning is over.
home and buy your Halos next year. For more info on C's and C's, visit angels.com/C's and C's or call 714-4ANGELS.
This game, good pitching duel brewing here at the Big A. First pitch on Marcus Semien. He takes that one low and away from Soriano, and the count's 1 ball, no strikes. Rengifo playing up the middle, the second baseman, not far from the bag. A pitch in there. That was a knuckle curve. Soriano has set down the last 5 in a row in this game. He's allowed just 1 hit, and that was that 1-out triple to Higashioka. Here's the next delivery, and this is a little bouncer that's softly hit on the third base side. It's rolling up the line, and did that ball hit the bag over there? No. It was close. That was a line hugger.
That's exact Moncada. There's nothing you can do. It's going to be a hit if you feel this before. He just lets this roll out, and it rolls just, I'm talking a centimeter away from that third base bag. Just misses it. All it's got to do is make any contact, and that's a hit. It just rolls past it.
So the count's even. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch, that's hit on the third base side, stopped by Moncada, but that one was also foul. And so it's still a 2-2 count. This top of the 4th inning, it's being brought to you by Kettle One Vodka, smooth tasting and made to cocktail.
Yeah, I feel bad for the people in right field that aren't wearing white right now.
Here's the next pitch. That's lined down the left side, and that is a fair ball. It's going to smack off the short wall and easily coasting into second base with a leadoff double is Semien, his 12th double of the year. And the Rangers have a runner in scoring position to get this inning going.
Yeah, this is a curveball, and it is up in the zone. Semien hits it hard down in that left field corner.
Here's the delivery, and that's a pitch that is taken for a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Soriano's pitch, and that is inside. 2-0. Garcia's been going with the fluorescent footwear in this series. Here's the next pitch on him. He lifts it foul to our right. That's going to get back and out of play near the lower view level, and then it ricochets back down to the box seats. 2 balls, 1 strike. Light breeze here at the Big A. Game time temperature 78 degrees. Here's the next pitch, and a one-handed swing that's lifted in the gap in left center field, but chasing after it and running it down, making the catch is Ward. He has to throw a little off balance, so tagging at second and moving to third on that flyout will be Semien. Really nothing Taylor Ward could do on that one. Once he caught that ball, he was kind of leaning back a little bit.
Yeah, and you've got the speed of Semien. There was just going to be no play anyway you looked at it. Even if he caught it with all this momentum behind him, I don't think you're going to get Semien. Soriano had to work out of some trouble in the second. He's going to have to do it again. They had the leadoff triple by Kyle Higashioka, and he was able to get out of that jam. Angels once again bring the infield in.
So here's a first pitch now, and that one to Langford. He takes that one for a ball. Right-hander against right-hander. Here's the pitch, and this is a little pop into shallow right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Boy, the runner, Semien, got a real late start. He still will score with a throw to the plate, breaking for second, and over-sliding the bag is the batter, Langford. So he's going to get tagged out there. He was easily safe at second, but he went sliding right off the bag. So they get a run on the board there. That's the second out. It'll be an RBI single, and then Langford out trying to advance the second on the throw to the plate.
And Marcus Semien, he did what you're supposed to. That's a line drive. He's not sure if Campero's going to catch this or not. This ball hits probably 10 feet in front of Campero, so he's got to stay close to the bag. And once he sees it on the ground, then he takes off, and Campero tries to throw to home plate. Ohapi alertly gets the ball, gets it quickly to Rengifo.
Here's the pitch, and this is bounced foul by Higashioka on the third base side. Count moves to 0-2 on him. Play that got Langford at second will go 9-2-4, and there's a check swing by Higashioka on a 2-strike pitch. He went around, struck him out. The inning is over. The Rangers get on the board first. They score a run here in this fourth inning. They'll take a 1-0 lead.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker.
And here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting.
And now he's back to the left side. And a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch. It was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Like hats, baseballs, jerseys, and more by visiting angels.com/auctions today.
Taylor Ward is the batter. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Angels down 1-0, and Uvalde's been tough so far. Here's his pitch, and that one's a little bit low. Last inning, the Angels had their shot at him.
Yep. And very tight zone back there behind home plate. That's another pitch where Eovaldi just went, what? Thought he peppered the outside corner.
Here's the next pitch. That's taken for a called strike. It's bottom of the fourth, brought to you by JAE Electronics, technology to inspire innovation. Here's the delivery. This is lifted in the air into center field, but it's hanging up there, waiting, making the catch on that one is Evan Carter. So Taylor Ward is retired. One away, and the batter will be Joe Adell. He's hit into a double play so far, his only time up.
Fans, catch your Angels on FanDuel Sports Network. Stream now at FanDuelSportsNetwork.com.
Right-hander against right-hander. First one on Adell. It's a little bit low. Talked about Eovaldi and the stretch he's been on. The last 12 starts have just been amazing, and he's pitching shutout baseball on this one. You would think sooner or later there'd be a clinker in there. but he's on some kind of a roll. This is the best stretch of starts in Rangers history. Here's one that's grounded to short, and that one is stopped there by Seager, and Adell's going to be an easy out at first base, 2 gone.
All 17 starts this season, 3 runs or less in every one of them. Yeah, the Angels, obviously, they saw Jacob deGrom in Game 1, and I think deGrom only had 2 starts where he allowed more than 3 runs. The Angels put 5 on him, and that's the most he's allowed this season.
There's the pitch on Moncada, and he lifts one in the air into shallow left field. Coming in hard, unable to get to it is Langford, and that's going to drop in for a hit.
Man, Moncada jogging to first base on that ball right there. As soon as that ball's in the air, you got to think there's a shot for 2 on this. At least make a big turn and take a peek.
So the Angels have a 2-out base runner. So Hoppy, who walked his first time up, will be the next batter. He's our player to watch, presented by Kettle One Vodka. Here's the pitch on Hoppy, and he waves and misses a first pitch curveball. Next delivery, swing and a miss, and that was a splitter.
Yeah, it's such a good pitch. When he keeps it right around the knees, it just looks hittable the entire way to home plate, and then you go after it, and baseball just disappears.
And the 2-strike pitch. He came in with the hard stuff there. That fastball missed high. 1-2.
Nathan Eovaldi also has only allowed 5 home runs this season.
Here's his delivery, and that's a little bit outside. He had pitched 96 innings coming into this ball game, and he was sidelined back in June. They were calling it right triceps fatigue that had him out for a while. But since he returned from the injury list, he's been outstanding. Here's the next pitch, and that is high. There's a fastball miss, so it's a full count, 3-2. Rengifo's had a hit. He's waiting on deck with 2 outs. And here's the pitch. There goes the runner. The pitch is low, and that's ball 4. The walk. The second one given up by Eovaldi. So the Angels, who had him loaded last inning, have 2 more on here in the 4th.
Yeah,
and need a 2-out hit.
2 walks, both to Logan O'Hoppe. And his last start against Atlanta, he had 4 walks in the game. That's the most he's had all season.
Here's the pitch to Rengifo. That's in there for a called strike. Here's the next one on Luis. That's low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little bit of a breeze here at the Big A. Not much of a factor at the moment. 1-0 Texas. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Angels have 2 on, 2 outs. The pitch. Rengifo fouls it off over by the batter waiting on deck, Gustavo Campero.
And that curveball, that last one was the curveball. That's where he changes speeds. Everything else is fairly similar and hard. Cutter's 90, his splits averages 87 miles an hour. That curveball comes in at 75.
Eovaldi is ready, and here's the 1-2. A little flare in the left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Moncada is going to score, and the Angels have him at the corners, and Rengifo is second hit of the night. His 3rd RBI in the series, and the game's tied at 1.
Well, the Angels had a golden opportunity last inning. Bases loaded and just one out. Unable to score here with 2 outs. Rengifo delivers, gets a fastball, keeps his hands in, hits it the other direction. Logan O'Hoppe able to go first to third on that. A little 2-out magic from Louie.
So we'll see what Campero can do with 2 outs. Eovaldi got the first 2 batters easily in this inning, and now 3 straight have gotten on with 2 outs. And a run in the pitch. He misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Campero popped out his first time up to the third baseman, Josh Young. Third baseman Young playing across from the bag. Here's the pitch, and jammed on that one was Campero. He tipped that ball foul by the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, to the lefties. He loves to pound that cutter in on the lefties.
Zach Neto would be up next if Campero can keep the inning alive. Here's the pitch. He takes that one low. It skipped away from the catcher Heim. Breaking for second. Getting there without a throw will be Rengifo on the wild pitch. So now a hit could mean 2 runs.
Yeah, this is a split. This one just cranks it straight into the dirt. Tough play for Jonah Heim back there.
Campero's driven in 2 runs in this series. He could drive in 2 more with a single here. Next delivery. He was jammed. He fouls that one straight back behind the plate.
Another cutter in. Trying to speed that bat up and then slows it down with that good split.
Angels off tomorrow. Texas leaving right after this ball game. They will be in Seattle to open up a series tomorrow. Here's the next pitch, and that one is low. Most teams will be off tomorrow around the majors. Angels are off, Astros are off, A's are off. It's going to be only 3 games total tomorrow in the majors.
Well, the Angels gratefully off after 13 straight.
Yep. Here's the next pitch. Little tapper on the first base side. Should be an easy play. Flip by Smith to Eovaldi covering, and they get the out, and the inning is over. It goes 3-1. Angels do tie it. Had a run a couple years here with a series of call-up umpire for the minors. Here's the next pitch, and that is going to miss, and that turns out to be a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, 2 of them I thought might have been strikes. That last one looks like it slices the outside corner.
So Soriano has walked 2 in this game, and the 2 walks were both 4-pitch walks. Walked 60 now this season, second most in the AL. Here's the pitch, and that's inside.
Yeah, and for Soriano, he's walked the leadoff hitter of an inning 12% of the time this year, second most in the majors.
Done that twice tonight.
Yep.
Here's the delivery, and that's a little bouncer that is fouled off over on the left side.
He's also had 23 double plays turned behind him, by far the most in the majors. Josh Young has hit into 6 double plays this year.
Pickoff toss to first. Diving back to the bag goes Evan Carter. Has 12 steals this season. He's been caught twice.
Soriano's allowed 5 stolen bases, 1 caught stealing. O'Hoppe behind the plate, throwing out runners at a 15% clip.
Here's the pitch. And that's taken for a called strike. Jonah Heim waiting on deck, their catcher, 9-hole hitter. Soriano's delivery, that's low. It skipped off the glove of O'Hoppe, breaking for second and getting there without a throw is Carter. He will move up on that wild pitch.
A tough one on that splitter. Nice job by O'Hoppe just to get the backhand to it, but it popped straight up in the air. Good read by Evan Carter. As soon as that ball was in the air, he was off.
2-2 count. Soriano's delivery. Lifted in the air to right field. Campero has to go back on it. Still back. Circles under. Makes the grab. Runner at second will tag. It blows deep enough down that right side for Carter to tag and move to third base. So he's there with one out. Fly out to right, and Jonah Heim will be the next batter.
Yeah, productive out there to move the runner. Angels once again bringing the infield in. It's the third time we've seen it already. They're going to have a quick little meeting on the mound. Fans, join the Angels for every Saturday night home game and enjoy a post-game Saturday night fireworks show driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Visit angels.com/promotions.
So the meeting goes on out there at the mound. Mentioned Angels off tomorrow. Texas will be in Seattle, and they have not had any wins there this season. They're 0-3, and they're 2-7 overall against Seattle this year. The Mariners have already won the season series. They could get swept in this upcoming series. They've already won the season series.
Yeah, Seattle is losing to the A's tonight, 2-1 in the bottom of the third.
The A's have been playing a little bit better baseball of late.
Ask the Astros.
Yeah.
Swept them in Houston. 4-game series.
Here's the pitch. That's chopped off of Heim, who hits the deck there. A foul ball lands inside the batter's circle. He's a little slow getting up.
And he does not wear that front shin guard. This hits off the front right foot. Spochi now on his way out there. Yeah, that one, a direct blow.
So they're checking out Jonah Heim, and as they do, let's fill you in on what's going on around Major League Baseball. As far as the Astros and the Washington Nationals, they were scoring off earlier, and Houston won that game by the final of 9-1. Mark mentioned Seattle and the A's are underway in West Sacramento, and Seattle is trailing the A's 2-1 in the bottom of the third. Blue Jays beat the Orioles today 9-8. Tigers beat the D-backs 7-2. Red Sox clobbered the Minnesota Twins, and the Twins have become a seller right now.
Yep.
There's even some rumors they're talking about trading Carlos Correa to the Houston Astros. He could be having a homecoming. The Twins were beaten today at home by Boston 13-1. Royals have been winning lately. They shut out the Braves in 10 innings in Kansas City, 1-0. Cubs beat the Brewers 10-3. And the Cubs are now one game behind Milwaukee in the NL Central. White Sox, they beat the Phillies today in Chicago, 9-3 the final. And the White Sox will be coming to town, open up the weekend series here at the Big A on Friday. Pirates beat the Giants in 10 innings, 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Padres shut out the Mets 5-0. Guardians shut out the Rockies 5-0. Yankees beat Tampa Bay 5-2. Reds over the Dodgers 5-2. And the Marlins, who have been playing better, they shut out the Cardinals, who are selling players now. The St. Louis Cardinals, they've kind of risen the white flag. Marlins blanked them in St. Louis today 2-0. Here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Heim.
Well, he got the pitch before, 98, got the call, top side of the strike zone. He comes right back with it and elevates this one up and out of the strike zone and gets Heim to chase.
So Soriano racking up some strikeouts in this ball game. He has 6 of them. And now 2 outs, that runner at third. The pitch chopped on the first base side. A fair ball fielded by Shotwell, and he'll easily get to the bag. And the batter, Josh Smith, retired on 1 pitch. He never even got out of the batter's box. That happened so quickly.
All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Zach Neto, the first batter for the Angels, and he goes after the first pitch here to start off the bottom of the 5th, and he lifts a lazy fly ball to center, and there to make the catch on that one is the center fielder Evan Carter. Neto, a quick out, had a couple of at-bats. He's been retired on 1 pitch tonight. Mike Trout will be the next batter. Trout's trying to get things going. He's been up twice with a pair of strikeouts.
And last at-bat, base is loaded, 1 out. Ends up striking out.
First pitch on Trout, that's low and away. Right-hander Evaldi. This will be his 70th pitch so far this evening. It's on its way, and that is inside. 2-0 on Trout, bottom of the 5th inning. Sponsored tonight by Del Taco. Here's the pitch on Trout. Swings at it and pops it in the air on the first base side, drifting in foul territory behind the coaching box. Making the catch is the first baseman, Josh Smith, and 2 quick outs here in the Angels' bottom of the 5th inning. Shotwell will be the batter, and let's pause for station identification on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
AM 830 KLAA, Orange County, Los Angeles, and Inland Empire.
Terry Smith, along with Mark Langston, our producer-engineer on this Wednesday evening, is none other than Jorge Sevilla. So the batter now is Nolan Shotwell. Been retired twice tonight. Pop out, fly out, and he chases the splitter there and misses it for strike 1.
Yeah, he came up right after Mike Trout struck out with the bases loaded, hit the ball hard on the button, but right to Garcia in right.
Here's the next delivery, and that's a chase and a miss, and quickly Shotwell down 0-2.
Well, this is a pitching matchup that's living up to its billing. Nathan Evaldi, obviously the numbers, we've been talking all night about it, but on the flip side, Soriano is matching him, and that's what you have to do when you're going against a guy
and then holds Simeon to a single, but coming in.
RBI single by Simeon. He's having another great night. And the
On a 3-0 pitch, Soriano threw a sinker at the top of the zone, and Marcus didn't get a lot of it, but he got enough of it and hit it in the right spot. So the Rangers take the lead. And again, who knows what would have happened as the inning continues to unfold, but
lead 2-1. Garcia will bat after we hear from Jack in the Box.
Clean baseball either.
Certainly last night was not a clean game on both ends. The Angels came out on top. Fans, enjoy amazing moments from your Halos from the comfort of a suite. All-inclusive packages available. Call 7144-ANGELS or visit angels.com/suites.
And the Angels have gotten some action up in the bullpen right now. Meeting is over. Looks like Sam Bachman is the pitcher who's up for the Angels. Here's the pitch, and this is Adolis Garcia. He takes the first one low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Angels have out-hit the Rangers, but trail by a run, 2-1 in the 6th inning. Next pitch, and that's in there for a strike.
Yeah, you look at last night's game, the Angels were out-hit 14-6.
Yeah, won that game by 3 runs. One-1 the count on Garcia. Here's the next delivery, and he fouls it off himself, does Garcia, and he's hit the deck there in the batter's box.
Yeah, you'll definitely see that a lot with that power sinker that Soriano throws, and this gets the left front foot on Garcia.
Yep, and he's still on a knee right now, propping himself up. They're going to take a look at him.
Fans, get 2 tickets and a $20 food and beverage credit with the Let's Eat bundle. Visit angels.com/Let's Eat for details.
Bruce Bochy, their manager, is out there to make sure Garcia is okay. Bruce Bochy now 70 years old. He turned 70 in April. This is his 28th year as a major league manager. You know him very well. You played for him, and he's in the final year of his contract. Not sure how it's all going to play out for him.
Don't talk to his wife about it. I know the answer to it.
I guess she wants him to come back home.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-strike pitch. It's a bouncer, hit the netto. He's going to go to second for 1, relay to first for 2. And those are the first 2 outs in the inning.
24th double play turned behind Jose Soriano. And this is another good sinker down in the zone. You can't do anything but beat it on the ground.
So here is Wyatt Langford set to bat. Right-handed hitter takes inside. 1 ball, no strikes. A run in this inning is unearned. They've scored a run in this inning without a hit. Here's one that's lifted in the air and hit well out in the left center field. Ward is going back. That's going to bounce off the wall near the 390 sign, and a pop-up sliding double with 2 outs as Langford is on.
This ball is covered. It's a slider, catches a lot of the plate. Thank goodness he doesn't get underneath it a little bit. That ball would have definitely been out of here. Taylor Ward just turns and runs to the wall, plays the carom, but the speed of Langford, easy double.
So here is Higashioka. And here's the pitch. He's taking that one, and that pitch misses ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the next delivery. It's a little bouncer hit towards Neto. He charges, fields, and throws, and gets it to first in time. And that is how the inning will end. But the Rangers take the lead. They get a run here in the top of the 6th. They're up 2-1 as we go to the...
You never want your performance to slip up on the diamond, Pisces, but it can be challenging for your imaginative mind to buckle down on a monotonous routine. Finding ways to keep your workout regimen creative and flexible will get you the results you want without getting bored. Staying pliable with your warm-ups will keep you in top shape all the way through October.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till it thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your...
Diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Angels set to bat as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Taylor Ward leads it off. It's 2-1 Texas. Here's the pitch on Ward. And the first one misses for ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes. The bottom of the 6th inning. It's brought to you by United Airlines. Texas 2 runs on 5 hits. The Angels 1 run on 5 hits. Here's the next pitch on Ward. Takes that one low. Taylor Ward with a single his first time up. Flied out to center his last time up. And the next pitch, that's way low and outside. This pitch 78 of the night for Eovaldi.
Hey, look at Eovaldi's starts this year. 12 of the 22, 6 innings or more. And he's gone over the 100 pitch mark just a couple of times this year.
There's a pitch taken for a called strike on that 3-0. It's now 3-1. Taylor Ward, 5 home runs here in the month of July. That's 25 for the season. That was his figure a year ago. 25 home runs, a career high, and he figures to shatter that with more than 50 games remaining. The pitch, that's lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Got it out of the reach of Young and Seager on that left side. It rolls on out to Langford. So the Angels have the leadoff man on, and the batter will be Joe Adell.
Yeah, this is a split. This one stays up just enough for Taylor Ward. Gets it off the end of the bat, but gets it through the infield.
Adell has been quiet. He's hit the ball twice to Seager, the shortstop. One of them a double play ball. Pitch on Adell. There's another ball he grounds to short. This could be another double play. Second for one. Relay to first, and sure enough, twin killing. Every time up tonight, Adell has hit the ball to the shortstop, and twice they turned a double play.
Well, we talked about it. Nathan Eovaldi's got the ground ball right also, like Soriano. Tons of ground ball action.
So 2 outs, no one on. Moncada, who's singled and scored the only Angel run, that was in the bottom of the 4th. He's the batter here with 2 outs. And he takes strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch on its way. That's a swing and a miss. Angels came into this ball game tonight 4 games out of the 3rd and final wild card spot. There's one fouled off on the left side, back it out of play. One of the teams in front of the Angels in the wild card race as far as the teams trying to catch the 3 teams that right now sit in the top 3 spots. Tampa Bay lost earlier tonight. There's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Moncada, and the inning comes to an end. So the strikeout for Eovaldi, number 4 tonight, and we'll head to the 7th inning. Angels.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal, and I played with Eddie, and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards, and I know.
Well, we had a special guest on the field before the game today, Pepe the Penguin.
Pepe was a little cranky today.
If you're at the ballpark with your kid, what's most important? You got to get snacks for Junior. This is a rare father-son first base coaching combo.
Well, after Dinger put up a sign that said, "Mrs. Met, call me," Mrs. Met has her response.
That hit my bat. That was a foul ball I want to hit. He was trying to stay in the hit. See, look, he said foul ball, foul ball. He didn't want to go down to first base. He wanted to hit.
Eagles.com/tickets.
So we get ready to go to the 7th inning. Angels down 2-1. Soriano is still out there for the Angels. He went 7 innings or more in 2 of his first 3 starts of the season. And the pitch, that's bounced to the right of the mound, stopped by Rengifo, has to wheel and throw and gets it there in time to get Evan Carter. That was nicely done there by Rengifo. That's the first out, a 4-3 ground out.
Yeah, you got a speedy runner heading down there. All your momentum going away from your target, gets the ball, plants that back foot, gets something on it. Very nice play.
Here's the pitch, and that's right in there for a called strike. This is the 8th time this season that Soriano has made his way into the 7th inning.
Soriano's gone over the 100-pitch mark 5 times this year.
He's at 89 right now in this ball game. Count on Young is 0-2. That last pitch was a chase and a miss, and the 2-strike delivery just got a piece of that one, fouling it back. Top of the 7th, it's brought to you by Resorts World Las Vegas. Visit rwlasvegas.com to book your fabulous hotel stay. Soriano's delivery, and that one right there, a pitch that he chased and missed. The ball got away, picking it up, throwing to first to complete the strikeout will be old Hoppy. So another strikeout for Soriano.
Yeah, a little traffic jam there. So Hoppy tried to get it, so was Josh Young trying to get to first base, and Soriano's like, am I going to get it? You're going to get it?
Two outs in the inning. Here's the pitch, and that's bounced foul by Jonah Heim. 0-1 the count.
Fans, join us at the Big A when the Angels host the Chicago White Sox this Friday, August 1st. The first 25,000 fans will receive a postcard shirt courtesy of FanDuel Sports Network. Visit angels.com/promotions.
Soriano is set. The count's 0-1, and the next pitch, big chase and a miss. Heim was a little off balance chasing that one. He's down, no balls, 2 strikes in the bottom of the 7th when the Angels are back batting. It'll be the bottom third of the batting order. It'll be O'Hoppe, Rengifo, and Campero against Eovaldi. Soriano has a chance to get another strikeout. He's had 7 in this game, 2 strikes here on Heim. The pitch, and boy, that looked pretty good. Wasn't called a strike, though, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's been a tight zone all night long. This is, that one might be off the plate. That was 98, so still plenty in the tank for Soriano.
Next delivery, and there's one there that's foul tipped in and out of the glove of O'Hoppe. So Heim is staying alive. He's had a ground out and a strikeout tonight. He's their 9-hole hitter.
That fastball at 99.
Soriano's delivery, and it's a ball played on one hop there by Rengifo. His throw is in time, and the inning ends. That ball's in the air most of the time, but Rengifo let it drop in front of him and gets Heim, and the inning is over. So we will go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch time at the Big A. Angels.
Hey, it's Lourdes Gurriel Dawn.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newtbar fan. What a present for Mom.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah.
And then just shot putting it. Not block when there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful.
Where color, creativity, and chemistry meet.
Attention Angels fans, get ready to level up your game day experience. Bandai Namco has teamed up with Angels Baseball to bring you the Level Up Arcade in the right field pavilion at Angel Stadium. Step into an interactive arcade with classic video games, including the legendary Pac-Man. Win a high score, snap photos, and make memories that last. Plus, discover Gashapon, a super hot capsule toy brand sold exclusively through vending machines. Whether you're a fan of the latest anime, popular game characters, or simply adore all things cute, we offer collectibles that delight fans of all ages. Don't miss out. See you at Level Up by Bandai Namco in Angel Stadium's right field pavilion. Let's play ball.
This season, the Angels step back into the classroom for the 17th year of the Adopt a School program, presented by OC Waste and Recycling. Angels players visited Eisenhower Elementary, Sycamore Magnet Academy, Community Roots Academy, Horace Mann Elementary, and College Park Elementary, bringing excitement to students and staff alike. Each school received a school-wide assembly, Angels game tickets, gifts from the team, and a $2,000 grant from the Angels Baseball Foundation to support school sustainability programs. Learn more about how you can step up to the plate for our planet at oclandfills.com.
Experience Angels Baseball with the Friends and Family Fun Pack. For only $44, get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks. For more info regarding the Friends and Family Fun Pack, call 714-4ANGELS or visit angels.com/funpack.
Logan O'Hoppe leads things off. Bottom of the 7th we go. Angels down 2-1. O'Hoppe goes after the first pitch, grounds it on the third base side. Diving stop by Young, fires the first base and takes a hit away from O'Hoppe. That was a nice play by Josh Young over there at third.
Really nice play. Once again, you think this is going to get through the hole. He lays out to his left, stabs it. And a nice pick on the backside of that by Josh Smith.
So the batter is Louis Rengifo, who's had a couple of hits 2 tonight, 4 in the series. First pitch, and that's taken for a called strike.
That pitch there, just the 87th for Eovaldi. The night for Soriano has come to an end. He got a lot of hugs in that Angels dugout coming off that field. Great job by Soriano.
7 complete innings for him tonight.
2 runs, and just the error by Joe Adell is the difference in this game.
Just one of the 2 runs against Soriano earned tonight. And here's the pitch on Rengifo. He grounds it to the first baseman. Should be an easy play. The flip by Smith to Eovaldi, the pitcher covering, and they get the out. 3-1 on the ground out. And Gustavo Campero will be the next batter.
7th inning stretch is presented by JMG Security Systems.
It's bottom of the 7th, being brought to you tonight by StubHub. Campero 0 for 2 tonight, hasn't gotten the ball out of the infield. Reed Detmers, the left-hander the Angels have. There's double barrel action in the Angels bullpen. There's also a right-hander warming up for the Angels, and I think that's Luis Garcia. Here's the pitch. That's popped foul. Left side, that's going to get back and out of play.
Yeah, this obviously a tight game. You knew that Eovaldi was going to be very stingy with runs tonight. He has. Soriano has matched him. And one play is the difference in this game, but the Rangers took advantage of it.
Here's the next pitch. This is a pop into shallow center field. Coming in is the center fielder, and that's Carter. He's going to haul everyone else off. They had Seager and Simeon going back on that when the inning is over, and that was a quick inning as the Angels go down 1-2-3.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
Through TV providers, including DirecTV, Spectrum, Uverse, Fubo, and more. Visit angels.com/broadcast to learn more.
We get ready to go to the 8th inning. Looks like Reed Detmers is the new pitcher for the Angels. He'll take over for the starter, Jose Soriano. We'll give you his numbers in just a moment. This call to the bullpen, it's brought to you by Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Here's the pitch. First one fouled off over on the third base side. No balls and a strike. Detmers has a new baseball, looking in for the sign. Here's the next delivery, and that's low and in.
Wow.
1-1 is the count.
Well, you can ready for your scouting report here, Terry? This is some kind of tight strike zone.
Here's the next pitch. Ground ball hit right to Rengifo, and he will go down and stop that one, and he throws out Smith, the leadoff batter. There's one away.
Well, the Rangers have their bullpen up. That is good news. Hopefully Nathan Eovaldi's night is over.
Batter now is Corey Seager. And the first pitch, he went chasing that one. It was low, and he misses it for strike one. That was a first pitch slider. Detmers not wasting any time, delivers, and that's fouled off on the left side. Soriano, the starter, 7 innings. He allowed a total of 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. He had a couple of wild pitches, and he threw 96 pitches, 62 for strikes. 2-strike delivery here, and that is a called third strike. Seager is out looking. Wasn't too happy with that call.
He doesn't call this one. I think you might have seen somebody from the Angels dugout lose their mind, because this one catches the inner third right at the knees. Nice job of presentation from O'Hoppe showing it.
So Semien will be the batter as he digs in. Here's the first pitch. He takes that one a little high for ball 1. Tonight's attendance, 27,162. And the pitch that's grounded on the third base side, just foul. So again, the attendance tonight, 27,162. We've had the right field revolution out there. The Angels in the outfield, if you will.
It's been fun to watch all night.
There's a pitch on its way. We just had a couple of those fans in our booth.
We did.
Checking in with you.
We did. They've been out there all night long, enjoying the night.
See if the Angels can reward the right field revolution with a win tonight.
I think we're going to need them here. Yep. They're going to have to start flapping their wings.
Here's the pitch that's fouled back to our right, backing out of play, and the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 8th inning here. 2 outs, no one on. Top of the 8th, presented by Nike.
And Reed Detmers again. Last 33 games, Reed Detmers' ERA is sitting at 1.32.
And here's the next pitch. Came in with the curveball a little bit low with that one. 2-2. The Angels bat in the bottom of the 8th. It will be at the top of the batting order. So Neto, Trout, and Shonowell. Here's the 2-2 pitch. A little bit low. Full count. Detmers is set, and the pitch. That's a little shot that's going to drop into left center field. The inning isn't over yet. That's the 3rd hit of the night for Semien. He's had 6 hits in this series, the 3-game series.
And he might be pulling out of that nosedive he was in. Fans, the first 25,000 fans in attendance on August 22nd against the Chicago Cubs will receive a Logan O'Hoppe bobblehead courtesy of Foundation Building Materials. Visit angels.com/promotions.
Garcia is the batter. Adolis Garcia, pickoff toss to first. Semien gets back. Each team with 6 hits. Texas has a 2-1 lead here in the 8th. There goes the runner, the pitch. Pitch a strike, throw to second, and safe is the call. Semien with stolen base number 11 of the season.
And that is one thing Reed Detmers not real good holding runners on. This is a big jump for Simeon. Tough for Logan O'Hoppe to throw out a runner there.
First steal of the night for Texas. Here's the next delivery. That's high. With that stolen base now, a hit could give them a run with a runner in scoring position, 2 outs.
That stolen base is brought to you by Don Julio Tequila.
Here comes the pitch. This is lifted in the air. It's hit well down the left field side. That's out by the short wall, and that ball is gone. Adolis Garcia, he had been pretty quiet in this series. He was 1 for 13, and he just hit a 2-run homer, and that lead grows. It's now 4-1 in favor of Texas.
Yeah, that hurts right there. 2 outs. This is a curveball, and I don't think it's a horrible pitch. Just Garcia able to just lean into it. Getting a chance to look at it again. No, this ball is down. In fact, Logan O'Hoppe is going to block this ball. That's where that pitch was. And he just went down and got it. Short wall down there in left field.
He golfed it out for a 2-run homer. Langford the batter now. That one's in there for a strike. So some big add-on runs here for the Rangers, and their lead is 3. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 is the count. Next delivery, that's fouled back. When Adolis Garcia hit that home run against Reed Detmers, he just violently slammed his bat to the ground.
Yeah.
It had been a fairly frustrating series for him. Here's a pitch that's chased and missed. It gets away from O'Hoppe all the way back to the backstop, so the batter is going to be safe at first base on the strikeout wild pitch.
Yeah, this is a slider that O'Hoppe is unable to hold on to, and Ray Montgomery's going to the bullpen.
So Detmers, who retired the first 2 batters, saw the next 3 get on, and 2 of them scoring. We have a break in the action, a pitching change here in the 8th. It's 4-1 Texas on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Boy, that's when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance.
But it's stuck to the landing. That's poked and that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
Group tickets for 2025 are now on sale. Experience the excitement of Angels baseball with your group of 20 or more and get tickets starting at $11 per seat. Call 714-4ANGELS or visit angels.com/groups for more.
Gashioka is the batter. 2 outs, 2 runs in here in the 8th, and a runner at first. First pitch taken for ball 1. Detmers went 2/3 of an inning. He allowed 2 hits, 2 runs. Runner at first is Property. In Waukene, struck out 2, and He also had a wild pitch. Here's the next delivery. That's going to drop into shallow left center. That's going to be another hit in this inning with 2 outs. A single off the bat of Higashioka. He's had a nice series, 5 hits, and he only appeared in 2 of the 3 games.
Yeah, he's had a really good series, and you talked about it earlier. He's having a really good month of July, to the point to where Bruce Bochy's going to have to keep putting him in this lineup.
They were DHing him tonight. He's one of their catchers. Evan Carter, the batter, 2 outs, 2 on. Takes that pitch for a called strike. Here's the next pitch. That one is taken low for a ball. The count's 1 ball, 1 strike as Bachman works in this ball game for the Angels. This appearance is 18th, 2-3 record, 4.40 ERA. Counts 2 balls, 1 strike now on Evan Carter. Fans, don't forget after the game, it'll be Angels recap. Trent Rush will be taking your telephone calls after the game, answering some of your posts on X. Here's the next pitch. That's lined into center. That's going to drop in. They're going to send the runner home. The throw by Adele goes to the cutoff man. No throw to the plate, and coming in and scoring is Langford from second base. And now it's 5-1 Texas.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that throw went to Zach Neto instead of at least fire to home plate and let the cutoff man there take this throw. Yeah, this is an unfortunate inning. Reed Detmers gives up the 2-run home run on a really good pitch that's down in the zone. Garcia went down and got it, golfed it out. Strikes out Langford. He gets to first base on the wild pitch that gets by O'Hoppe.
But 5 straight batters get on after the first 2 were retired, and 3 of them have scored. First pitch is a ball on Young with runners at first and second, 2 outs. And the delivery, this is bounced on the third base side. Charging is Moncada, can't come up with it. No throw, the ball skipped off his glove. It's going to be scored, an infield single. Had he fielded the ball cleanly, I don't know if he would have been able to get the throw there in time, but he never fielded the ball cleanly.
I agree.
So the bases are loaded, and now Barry Enright, the Angels pitching coach, is coming out. Bachman has come in and given up 3 straight 2-out singles. 6 straight have gotten on after the first 2 were retired.
Angels trailing 5-1 here in the top of the 8th. This score update is presented by OC Navigator. Visit ocnavigator.org for mental health resources. And the Angels scored their first run in the 4th inning, and that run is presented by Del Taco.
Meeting has wrapped up. Jonah Heim will be the next batter. Carson Fulmer has now gotten up in the Angels bullpen.
Angels are going to have 2 cracks. They're going to have to keep this game right here. Down by 4. Rangers bullpen is going to be coming in.
First pitch in there on Heim. Bachman ready, next delivery. That's low. That was 96 with that sinker. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the next pitch. That's fouled off on the left side, backing out of play. The Angels will have 1 more series against the Rangers, and that'll be in the final full week of August. That'll be a midweek series. 25th, 26th, and 27th of August in Arlington. As the Angels come back in this one, the Texas Rangers for the season will lead the series 6-4. Here's the pitch, and that's bounced foul off the plate, back over by the batter waiting on deck, Heim. Or I should say Smith over there waiting on deck. 2-2 is the count. The runners everywhere. Jonah Heim is the 9th batter up in this inning, and the first 2 were retired. There's the pitch low, and now the count runs full. A walk would force in a run and keep the inning going. Bachman is yet to retire a batter, and now he has to throw a strike. And here's the pitch. It's grounded foul right over by the Texas dugout.
And he went to a slider.
He's thrown 15 pitches since coming in. 8 of the 15 have been strikes. It's ready with another 3-2. It's on its way, and that's fouled back behind the plate. Heim staying alive. Rangers had 14 hits last night, but lost to the Angels. They've had double figures in hits tonight, 10 this evening.
Yeah, Angels with 6 hits last night, 6 hits tonight.
And there's a pitch that's low on the 3-2, and that will force in a run. Inning isn't over yet, but the night is over for Bachman as Ray Montgomery, the Angels interim manager, is headed out to make a pitching change. So we'll have another Angel reliever coming in. The bullpen has faltered here in this inning.
All right, so here's the Mets home jersey. To me, growing up in New York, also a very iconic jersey. The blue pinstripes that represented the Dodgers. Got the orange outline, which represented the Giants, which are the 2 teams that left New York. And then subsequently, the Mets were created. You know, my parents were Mets fans growing up, and this was the jersey that I also dreamed of wearing.
Santa Fe and Santa Fe hybrid models. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Proud partner of Angels Baseball. Offers end July 31st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Angel fans, get 2 tickets and $20 in food and beverage credit with the Let's Eat bundle. Visit angels.com/Let's Eat to pick your game and get 2 tickets plus $20 for food. Purchase your bundle at angels.com/Let's Eat.
Carson Fulmer is the new pitcher for the Angels. And he will try and get this elusive final out here in the inning. Josh Smith is the batter with the bases loaded. Chases the pitch for strike 1. 10th batter up in the inning. They've had 7 straight get on base with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fouled off over on the right side. The count jumps to no balls and 2 strikes.
The killer in this inning was the strikeout to Langford that just Logan O'Hoppe unable to get it, and he gets on first base. That would have ended the inning there. Angels would have been down by 3 at that point.
There's a pitch that misses high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fulmer's next pitch, and that one misses outside, and the count's even. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is Fulmer's 7th game since joining the Angels. All have come in relief. Here's the pitch, and that's a pitch in there for a called 3rd strike, and Smith knew it, struck him out. Inning ends, but not before the Rangers.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to beat a judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, it's just straight protein?
Yeah.
Put the most vibrant and inspiring colors under the sun. Vista Paint, where color, creativity, and chemistry meet.
To the bottom of the 8th inning. The night is over for Nathan Eovaldi. He went 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, a run. It was earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts through a wild pitch. Hobie Milner, the left-hander, and a former Angel, is the new pitcher, and his first delivery, that's in there on Neto for a strike. The starter, Eovaldi, threw 92 pitches tonight, 58 for strikes. And Milner, who's on the mound, pitched for the Angels in the COVID season, the 2020 abbreviated season. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. Signed a 1-year deal with Texas during the offseason. He was with the Brewers last year. That's fouled off on the right side, backing out of play. 1-2 on Zach Neto. He's had a 1-for-3 night. Milner, now 34 years old, delivers the next pitch, and that one a pitch that misses. 2-2 is the count. This is game number 50 of the year for Milner. Good job, a 1-2 record, ERA 2.17, and there's a chase and a miss at a sweeper, and Neto goes down on strikes for the first time tonight. That's 1 gone here in the Angels' bottom of the 8th. Mike Trout will be the next batter.
And that's that good. He has a good sweeper. That comes in at 77 miles an hour. Neto way out in front of it. That started on the outside corner, worked its way all the way to the inside part of the plate.
Here's a pitch on Trout. That one misses inside. Called to the bullpen by the Rangers here in the bottom of the 8th. Presented by Coca-Cola, refreshment for the Halos. Next delivery. That's taken for a ball. 2-0 on Mike Trout. Milner's next pitch, that's in there. Hobie Milner, sidearm lefty.
Yep, not going to light up the radar gun. Deception.
Here's the next one. It's grounded deep in the hole. It's short. Long throw there by Seager, and it bounces past Smith, the first baseman. Trout's on. He was running straight through the bag, so no chance to head to second after that ball got away from the first baseman.
It'll be interesting how they score this. This is not a routine play that Seager's got to go get it in the hole on the backside. Throw on the money, certainly Trout's going to be out, but that you have to factor in that Trout's hustling down the line on that one.
So we'll see if Trout gets a hit on that one. And they are going to give him a single. So that's his first hit tonight. 2 hits in the series now. 1 out single, Shotwell the batter. Angels are down 6-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. And there's one fouled back behind the plate. It's bottom of the 8th inning. It's being presented tonight by Farmers and Merchants Bank. Here's the next pitch. It's taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. Angels never held a lead tonight. Did get it tied at 1-1 in the 4th inning, and that was the score going to the 6th inning. And then the Rangers got a run in that inning, and they've been adding on since. 2-1 is the count on Shotwell. The next delivery, that's outside. It's now 3-1.
Yeah, everything you could have wanted out of Jose Soriano, you got tonight. He pitched and matched Nathan Eovaldi all night long, and the run in the 6th is an unearned run. That was the play with Joe Adell in his glove and then popped out.
There's a pitch that's in there on Shotwell. He thought it was ball 4. He was getting ready to shove the bat over to the on-deck area, and instead it was called a strike, so it's a full count on him now. He gets positioned in the batter's box. We'll see what happens on this 3-2 pitch. Milner eyeing the target of his catcher, Heim. Looks at first. Here it comes. And that's fouled off not too far from Taylor Ward, who's waiting on deck.
It's got to be a real difficult at-bat for a left-handed hitter. Milner positioned on the first base side on the mound and throws across his body, so it looks like he's throwing it right at you and has that big sweeping breaking ball.
Next delivery, that's fouled off over on the right side.
But that's one thing Shotwell does well. It keeps that front shoulder in. If that front shoulder bails, you're in big trouble on that outer half. Shotwell's so good at going the other way.
This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat, and Shotwell lifts a high fly ball that's carrying deep out into right field, and that one is gone. Nolan Shotwell. That's just his 2nd home run this month. Home run number 9 of the season. A 2-run shot, and the Angels get back in it to some degree. It's now 6-3 Texas.
Yeah, Shotwell's had a quiet series, 0 for 9 going into that at-bat. Has hit the ball hard, but hasn't gotten anything for it. And this is a changeup on that inside part of the plate. Shotwell gets it, hits it out to the sea of white out there in right field. And that is going to be it for Milner. Bruce Bochy on his way out.
Milner faced 3 batters, so they can take him out, and they will. And they will dip into their bullpen quickly here, and relievers trotting in from the bullpen. We'll take a break. Angels get a little bit closer, trail at 6-3 here in the 8th inning. Pitching change coming up on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started cooking with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
Access to cutting-edge research, top-tier faculty, and real-world experience that sets you apart. Whether you're into science, business, arts, or a multitude of other areas, Chapman University helps you turn passion into purpose. Visit chapman.edu and see how far you can go.
First batter up for the Angels against the new reliever, Sean Armstrong. It's Taylor Ward, and he just lifted a ball into very shallow left center field. Catch was made out there, and Ward is retired, so two are gone.
Really nice play by Corey Seager here. This looks like it's going to drop. You've got almost the entire infield, four guys converging on this baseball, and it's Seager that's able to catch the over-the-shoulder pop-up.
Joe Dell is the batter, and here's the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Sean Armstrong was the pitcher last night in the bottom of the eighth inning who hit Neto and Trout back-to-back. Four Angel batters were hit in that ball game, and we had both benches and bullpens empty last night, although things were restored pretty quickly by the umpires.
I think Boch is the one that restored everything. He came out and said, hey, let's just take a deep breath. Certainly, none of those were intentional at all. Rangers, again, are in a better position than the Angels, and Rangers were trying to win that game.
There's the two-strike pitch on Adele. He was jammed on that one. Fights it off, fouls it back to the screen.
But after four guys get hit, certainly Ray Montgomery's going to voice his opinion like, hey, let's go.
Here's the next pitch. Grounded on the right side. Off the glove of Smith, the first baseman. The ball caroms over to Semien. No throw. And this inning isn't over yet for the Angels. Adele is on.
This could probably be a base hit also. This ball off the end of the bat, and Smith's got to go to his right. Hits off the tip of his glove. And where Marcus Semien was playing up the middle, so there's just nobody there.
Wilby scored a single. The only other game going on in the majors is in Sacramento. The A's have a 5-3 lead in the eighth inning against Seattle. The pitch, and that one is a pitch that's in there on Moncada.
Well, one swing of the bat, and this is going to awake the sea of white in right field.
Moncada waits the next pitch, and he takes that one inside. He's had a 1-for-3 night. Armstrong, 34-year-old right-handed reliever. They have a lot of veteran pitchers on this Texas squad. The pitch, that's low. So Eovaldi tonight, 35. DeGrom's 37. Patrick Corbin, who we've seen in this series, 36 years old. Here's the next pitch, and staying alive is Moncada. Fouled that one off. Will be Milner, who pitched in this inning, their first reliever of the night, 34 years old. Counts 2-2 on Moncada. And the next delivery, he chops that one foul. Seager, the shortstop's playing not far from second, and Young, the third baseman, he's all the way over in the shortstop hole. There's all kind of daylight on that third base side.
Evan Carter's a couple of steps towards left, a massive gap in right center field.
2-2 pitch. That's hit well, but foul down the right side. Boy, Moncada really turned and jumped all over that pitch, but hit it way foul to the glove level way down that right side.
Yeah, that's the sweeper that comes right into the barrel of the bat, and Moncada just too quick going after it.
There's the pitch on its way. That one's fouled off on the left side. Out of play. Being told now that Adele, who's on at first base, he was the last batter for the Angels. They're going to score that now, an error on Josh Smith. No hit for Adele on that one.
Yeah, that's a somewhat of a tough error right there.
There's one grounded foul over on the right side.
Good at bat right here from Moncada. 8-pitch at bat.
Angels trailing 6-3 here, bottom of the 8th. Next delivery, 2-strike pitch. Boy, that looked close right there. You had to have a good eye to take that one. It's called ball 3. Armstrong was kind of staring down the home plate umpire.
Getting lined.
So we'll see what gives on the payoff pitch as Armstrong delivers, and it's fouled back behind the plate.
10-pitch at bat.
Well, Hoppy would be the next batter if Moncada can keep this inning going. Armstrong with the 3-2, and he got him, struck him out. That was a sweeper, and that's how the inning will end. The Angels have to settle for the 2 runs on the home run by Shonowell. A couple of hits in the inning, also an error, and the Angels will leave a runner on base. The 9th is coming up. Angels down 6-3 on Angels Radio. Also,
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you. Did
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
An extraordinary service on board Boeing 777s. Whether you're traveling for business or fun, book an unforgettable trip to Asia at www.evaair.com.
Register your little angel for the 2025 Junior Angels Kids Club presented by OC Waste and Recycling. Members receive 4 ticket vouchers, a Zach Netto headband, and more for only $20. Visit angels.com/Junior Angels for more.
pitcher is Robert Garcia. He will be coming in trying to get the save in this ball game for the Rangers. He is a left-hander. And here's his first pitch. Oh, Hoppy at the plate, swings and misses that one for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Well, Hoppy tonight, a couple of walks and a ground out, officially 0 for 1. Takes that pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. Garcia was in 72 games with the Nationals a year ago. He did not have any saves. Here's the next pitch, check swing. It's grounded foul over by the Texas on-deck circle. The Rangers acquired him from Washington in December. Pretty big guy, 6'4", 235.
Fastball, slider, changeup.
And the next pitch, that's lifted foul on the right side. That's going to get back and out of play.
And opponents are hitting just 170 against his changeup.
ERA coming into the ball game, 2.68. And here's his next pitch, and that's a chase and a miss, and he struck out O'Hoppe on a fastball at 96. So one gone here in the Angels' bottom of the ninth inning.
Good fastball, 96, but it's the location that makes this happen. It's this inner third, just ties up Logan O'Hoppe.
Garcia, their fourth pitcher of the night. And here's the next delivery. This is Campero lifting a lazy fly ball in the left center. It's hanging up, coming in, taking charge, making the catches. Evan Carter. And now the Angels are down to their final out in this ball game.
And changeup gets Rengifo on that front foot. And the eighth inning just gets away from the Halos.
Batter now, Campero, and the pitch. That one is low. This bottom of the ninth inning. It's being presented by Bullet Frontier Whiskey. Here's the next pitch, and that is in there for a called strike. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. That's a called strike, and the Angels down to their final strike in the game. The two starting pitchers are the pitchers of record in this ball game. Eovaldi and Soriano. Here's the next delivery. There's a swing and a miss, and that is how the ball game ends. So Garcia comes in. He slams the door shut, retires 3 in a row, strikes out 2 of the 3. And the Rangers will leave town with the victory tonight as they beat the Angels by the final of 6-3. The Angels take 2 out of 3 in the series, but unable to keep the little winning streak going. The Angels were trying to pick up their 4th straight win and mount a 4-game winning streak for the first time since mid-May, but it doesn't happen tonight. And
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Well, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, die hard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
Pitches and they hit it out, and that one you tip your hat because that was a really good pitch by Detmers. I guess you could have thrown it in the dirt and had him swing over the top of it, but this ball is out of the strike zone. It is down. A really good pitch, and you got to tip your cap. Garcia hit that 2-run home run.
Kind of a fun atmosphere here at the Big A with the right field revolution. The Angels in the outfield tonight.
Yeah, that was fun. Really good energy by that crowd out there in